Alright guys, welcome to the channel. We're going to do a quick drawer slide for right around $100, and I'll show you how we do it. First off, we have 28-inch locking drawer slides. These come in at about $65 on Amazon right now. 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch angle iron that we're going to use as the base to mount to the truck and the base for our sled for the slide itself. And then we're going to use some of this, maybe if you need it. It's more of an option, but I really like this. This is like a track for bolts for your to mount in your truck to make this removable and make it flat. That's if you want. I'll show you what we're doing. But we're gonna get started. We're gonna get our drawer slides fully extended and we're gonna mount it to our angle iron base. And I'll show you how we do that real quick. So you want to extend your drawer slide all the way out. That way you can access these holes here. And then you're going to want to punch through right on top of your angle iron here. So here's a little example. Yeah, you can kind of see the holes. So you're going to want to punch a hole through there, just through all 8. And then we're going to bolt it up real quick. I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so we have one side done. As you can see, we got these panhead Phillips bolts, and if they can fit in there without rubbing against the rail, it will close fine. So we have one side mounted. Here's the other side, and you can use shorter bolts. These are 3/4 inch, but I don't mind the long bolts, so we're just gonna work with it. Okay, so now you have your drawer slides mounted to your base angle iron, but now you need to determine the width that these are going to be apart. So you want to measure your fridge. My fridge right here comes out to right around 13 inches. So that's what we're going to go with. Okay, so you have your base angle iron set. Now you need to do the inside for your actual slide portion. So if you extend your brackets out or extend your slides out, you'll see we have 6 holes, 2, 4, and 6. And this is on each side. This is the, I guess, the outside of your drawer slide. You'll notice there's kind of a gap. You're gonna have to slide your slide inside and out to get good access to these holes. But we're gonna take our other angle iron right here. You wanna find something to prop this up. That way it's not dragging. So we're just gonna use this little piece of steel real quick. And you're just gonna wanna line this up to where you like it. I suggest you go up quite a bit. So something, you know, something like that, where it's at least halfway up. That way it's not dragging down below. So then you wanna do that, and then you're just gonna pop the holes in each set, and then mount it up like we're about to do right now. Okay, so now we have our slides interior mounted up. So we're gonna go fit this into the truck so we can determine what lengths we need to cut across, because I'm thinking I'm gonna fill this cavity up here with some strips of wood to secure it up so you don't have it like bending in, and then also we keep it really cheap. So let's go fit it in the truck. Okay guys, now this is where these come into play. So check this out. So I have a bed rug installed, which means I don't have access to my base plate underneath here unless I want to undo all this, and I don't want to. So I installed these in between the ridges of your bed, and if you notice, it's pretty flat, so that I can load anything in here and not worry about, you know, an angle iron or a drawer slide driving into whatever I'm throwing in if I'm picking up a couch or something. And then you're wondering, how do you mount your angle iron to this? You can just slide 1/4 inch bolts just right in, just like this. and it locks in perfectly. Now I'll show you this so you don't have to do the math for it if you want to mount this in your truck to make it look like mine. So we're just going to take, we're going to go to this bolt here and measure straight off of it. You can tell the middle of this is about, 4 3/8 it looks like. And then this other one is right around, if it'll focus, 21 7/8. And we're gonna put these bolts in. We're gonna slide these 1/4-inch bolts. And the good news when using these tracks is when you go to mount here with these holes, you don't even have to, do an equal length and get it lined up. You just drill in the middle and you just line these up wherever you need to. It makes it much easier. So we're gonna get this bolted in real quick and then we're gonna measure it out. Okay, so we have our tracks in, but we want to actually mount these down real quick with a 1/4-inch nut, just so that it's secure and not wobbly, so we have an accurate measurement. So real quick, before we keep going, I think because I have it mounted on a bed rug, it's not completely snug up against the floor. So if you kind of look, there's a bit of wobble in the actual track mounted. So I actually made this piece here. It's just a piece of aluminum. It's just gonna go across. Here and slide over these just to shore this up and tidy it up. I have another one that I kind of just had laying across just like this, and it was doing fine. So we're gonna keep that in place just so I can show you what we're working with. Okay guys, so we have it mounted on our bolts here in the track. We're gonna cinch these down just so we can get no wobble on them. But one thing I like is if you actually notice back here, we're right up against my wheel well. But we have room up here that we could even slide this forward or back because we have it on this track instead of mounted permanently with holes. So I really like this design. I think it works really well. Okay, so here's our final look of it in without being connected to each other. Check this out. Comes all the way out. We have clearance, as you can tell, underneath here. So we're not going to be hitting our tailgate. It's pretty clean. So now we just have to measure across here to here. Here, Heather, we're going to do 3 strips of wood and just see if it'll work. So we have, looks to be right at 14. Let's go again. Like 14th and an 1/8. And last but not least, 14 and an 1/8. So let's get 3 strips of wood cut out and let's try this out. Alright guys, so here's what we got. We have 4 strips of 3/4-inch wood that takes us over this on height wise, so the fridge won't touch those bolts. So I think I'm gonna drill 1 hole in this metal here, pop a hole, and then we can pop a screw in underneath to just secure this down. And I think that'll be the cheapest, most effective way to get through this. And then I also have a little trick for these bolts. So let's drill some holes and see how it goes. Okay, so we have all our boards mounted up and they're all nice and sturdy just with the bolt holes on each side. And then we also have these links here, these mounts. These are 2 pieces, so they actually fit pretty perfect. They just fit like that, and then they go right into these bolt holes. No modification needed for our tie down straps. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. We have our tie downs in, all our boards are mounted. Let's go put this in the truck and put a fridge in it. And alright guys, there she is. The fridge is in. Everything fits. We have these tie down straps here. I'm gonna hook this up real quick. Alright, check it out. Let's go ahead and slide this bad boy out. So the only issue with my drawer slides compared to the ones if you use the link in the description below, yours should only have a lock on one side, mine has it on both sides. But go ahead and pull this out. Look at that. You have a fridge slide for right around $100. Now I will say if you can weld, it makes this process a lot easier. But I wanted to do one without welding, strictly bolt on, because everybody can kind of bolt things together, and it's a lot cheaper barrier of entry than welding. But there we go. That just goes right back in. You can do your straps on both sides and it's locked in. If you get these straps new, you can double them up like this. You can have them run up through here again and then down to the buckle. That's what I'd recommend. That secures it. Mine are cut short from a previous project, but that's what I'd recommend. So there you have it. There's our DIY fridge slide right there. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below and I will answer any questions. Until then, thank you for watching. Peace out.